last class we have started the convolution coding, and also that that is we have already started that what is the advantage of the convolution coding techniques if we use convolution coder for your as an error control coding technique. Okay, so that means over your block code. So in this case, your already I have mentioned that in case of convolution code, instead of like your block code or cyclic code, we are returning the convolution code. That means the notation that is used to uh, that means define the convolution coding is by NK and capital K. So N is the length of the coder, that means after coding techniques, and K is the message bit, and capital K is the constraint length. So depending on the constraint length, memory of the coder will be different. And you know that in case of convolution coder, your output sequence of the coder not only depends on the uh, present input, what the present input is input bit of the encoder. It also depends on the memory of the encoder. That is the previous, what is the previous output or input of the encoder. Okay. So this is the basic principle of the convolution coder, and obviously in this case, in case of convolution coding, no need to your in this case, the convolution coder, the length of your message bit is compared to your block code is much more less than the block coding techniques. Okay, so for simplicity, we are assuming the message bit is 1. It is a sequential coder, so 1 by 1 with respect to time, 1 by 1 the your input is coming into the encoder, and you can get the dynamic history of the encoder, and we can represent, that means for decoding we can represent the that is a coder or the convolution coding technique by means of the tree diagram, state diagram, and the trellis diagram. That thing already I have mentioned. So as this is a the time history can be represented by means of the convolution coder. So you can represent the time history by means of the tree diagram, or by means of a your state diagram, or by means of your trellis diagram. So in the last class I have already mentioned the tree diagram, and today we'll be starting the state diagram and the trellis diagram. Okay. So it is a finite state machine. Your convolution coding is a finite state machine. So I am representing the slide. So these are the three types of decoding. So by means of your tree diagram, trellis diagram, or the state diagram, you can decode the information or message that is received at the receiver section. Okay. So you are representing the convolution coding technique, or your decode your information by means of the tree diagram, release diagram, or the state diagram. So already I have mentioned the tree diagram. So this was the tree diagram. So I'm not mentioning this thing again. So today we'll be starting from the state diagram representation. And for that means you already I have considered a convolution coder of constant length k equal to 3. How much constant length we have considered for this case? This is your constant length k equal to 3 and code rate equal to half. Okay, constant length is 3 and code rate equal to half. So code rate half means input is 1, output is 2. So that's why u1, u2 is 2, input is 1. And code rate and constant length is 3 means there is 3 SIB register content. So this example we have taken in everywhere in our slide. Some example also be different from that, but mostly we are considering this thing. Okay. So this is the state diagram representation of that convolution product, that is your convolution product of constant length k equal to 3 and code rate equal to half. Code rate half means one input bit and two output bit u1 and u2. So output sequence 2, and this output sequence is depends on how many generator vector or generator matrix are there. Okay, in this case generator vector or the connection is 2, so obviously your output sequence is 2, and for the 2 your and 3 your constraint length, the memory of the encoders should be k minus 1, capital K minus 1 means 2 memory, and that are represented the memory because the input bit is that is the output sequence of the encoder. It depends on the input bit as well as the memory of the encoder. Okay, so this is represented, that is the this thing, the right hand side figure is same as the left hand side figure. So that is represented that the input bit, that is the output, sorry, output sequence u1 and u2 is depends on the input bit as well as the memory of the encoder. So a convolution encoder belong to a class of device known as finite state machine. Number of times I have mentioned this word, that is it is a finite state machine. Okay, so the state of the machine is finite, not infinite, and the machine has memory. When we are considering the finite state machine, the machine should have some memory, and machine has finite number of states. Okay, the states consist of smallest amount of information together with the current input to the machine determine the output of the machine. So the output U1 and U2 or U1 and U2 here is depends on the input and current input and the memory of the encoder. Okay, so this convolution encoder, your input is 1 bit input, k equal to 1, capital your small n equal to 2 means 2 output u1 and u2, and code rate r is half because k by n, small k by small n. So this thing is repeating also same sentence, so I'm not going into that. And the state is represented by the content of the memory. How many memory we have said? Capital K minus 1, that means 2 here, because constant length is 3 SIB register. So the this is the state is represented by the content of the memory, the capital K minus 1 into small k, that means small k is the your input bits, here 1, the k minus 1 into small k bits contained in the first k minus 1 case stages of the SIB register. If the configuration of the encoder is like that, not the our example like this thing, okay, in this case we are considering a single bit is that is coming into the your encoder. That means we are considering the message contain of single bit of information. If the message contains 2 bits of information, so obviously for these cases your SIP register content is or memory is 2 stages like that. This is the first stage, this is the second stage. 2 memory will be there and each memory can hold 2 bit of information. But in our previous case, the memory can hold a single bit of information. So for this case, so memory should be the k minus 1 into k stage of the, that is the first k minus 1 stage into k stage of the SIP register. That means this stage, this is the first stage and this is the second stage. So for this case, your memory will be this one. Okay. So capital K here, how many capital K? So capital K is your 3. So, and small k in our example, when we are considering the code rate is half and your constant length k equal to 3. So for that case, your k equal to 3, small k, that means the message bit is 1. So how many stage of the encoder will be, if I consider the encoder is a finite state machine, so how many state will be? That will be k minus 1 into small k. That means k is 2 minus 1. Oh, this will be 2 to the power actually. Okay. So this will be 2 to the power. So I have missed that this. That will be 2 to the power this thing. This is written over here 2 to the power k minus 1 into small k. Okay. So this should be your 2 to the power k minus 1 into small k states. Okay. So the if your encoder has the 2 memory and if it is a single bit of information is coming, so obviously our memory can hold a single bit of information. So the number of stage will be 2 to the power k capital K minus 1 into small k. So it will be, for our case, that will be k equal to 1, small k, that is the message is equal to 1, and capital K equal to 3. So obviously 2 to the power k minus 1 into small k, that will be 4. But if for this case, your this small k is equal to 2, because the memory can hold 2 bit of information, and capital K is also here, is also that is your 3. So for this case, it will be 2 to the power 2 into 2, that means 2 to the power 4. So 16 states will be possible if I consider that thing. Okay, clear this thing? And in these cases, how many stage is showing? That means how many SIP register? In this case, the SIP register content is showing is how much? That is equal to one SIP register, there is another SIP register. Okay. And each SIP register can hold 2 bit of information. So if that thing, then for that case, so this k will be your 2. So 2 minus 1 into small k equal to 2 bit of information. So that will be again 2 to the power 2 equal to 4. So how you are designing your encoder, based on that your number of states of the machine will be changed. Okay, but in our case, there are 3 SIP register and each SIP register can hold 1 bit of information. And in this example, 2 stage of SIP register, but each SIP register can hold 2 bit of information. So here the constant length capital K equal to 2, but small k equal to also 2. Okay. So that's why if I consider our previous case, that is this example or this example, so both the cases the states of the machine will be 4. The output sequence at each stage is determined by the input bit and the state of the encoder. So that means input bit as well as the, in our example, the and the states means these four states of the machine. So it will be depends on the four states of the machine and the current input bit. So that will be determined what should be the output sequence of the encoder. So now the transition from one state to another state of the encoder is caused by the input bit. So now this input bit either maybe the, as the encoder is a binary encoder, so it may be your 0 or 1. So the, for the input bit 0 and 1, there will be the two transition. Already I have in previous class already I have mentioned the definition of the states. That is, states means you can define the states as if there are four states in our example. So the states we can define A, B, C, D, and initially we are considering all the SIB register content are 0. So A state is defined by 0, 0. Okay, so I'm coming that thing. So the, depending on the each state, that means suppose the state A, B, C, D. So the state transition A to B or A to C or B to C or B to D, that will be depends on the input bit. What is the input bit is coming into the input of the encoder, that will be determine the state transition. So the a new input bit cause a transition from one state to another. Okay. So the path information between the states are denoted U1 and U2, represented the output bit U1 and U2. I'm showing that the figure B shows the state diagram of the encoder A. So this will be this thing. So we are defining the state here. You can define different way, but general convention that the state A is defined by the 0, 0. Defined by the 0, 0. Why in this case we are considering 0, 0, not 0, 0, 0? Because here our memory is, how much memory is 2, k minus 1 equal to 2. So that's why we are considering 0, 0. Okay. If your k is equal to your 4, so k minus 1, 3. So obviously for that case, you have to be considered state A as 0, 0, 0, 0. So there will be the, how many states will be? For that case, the states will be 8 states. Okay, so depending on your memory. So the, we are defining the state for our example that A is 0, 0. B state we are defining 1, 0. So this thing also we have considered in our tree diagram. And state C is defining 0, 1 and D is defining 1, 1. Okay. So these are the state, and this state are also be represented in the diagram B. That is the state A in the rectangular box. A is 0, 0. B state is 1, 0. C is 0, 1 and D is 1, 1. Okay. So you can change this representation. C may be here, B may be here, but your, how you are defining the state, that depending on that, that state transition will be changed. Okay. Now this shows the U1 and U2. This shows the U1 and U2. So 1, 1, this 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. These are the your U1 and U2. And in this state diagram, we are representing dash line for the input bit is 1 and solid line for input bit is 0. When the input bit message bit is 1, we are showing in the state diagram, but by the input bit is 1, then by the dash line, and when input bit is 0, we are representing the solid line. Okay. So these are showing the state of the machine. Now, how the state will be state transition occur? That will be depends on the what is your message input is coming into the encoder. So suppose initially the state always we have to be start from the state 0 0 because it is the that is the initial condition of the memory, or that means the initial condition of the shift register or the encoder. Okay, so we are considering the state AA is our first state, and now you consider the if the input 0 is coming, so your memory is 0 0, and that is I'm coming that thing. If it is written over here, it will be more clear. So how you are defining this description is given here. That is the state diagram. What you can get from the state diagram. The state diagram is simply a graph of all possible states of the encoder and the possible transition from one state to another. Clear? So what you can represent from the state diagram, why we are drawing the state diagram. So from the state diagram, it is nothing but a graphical representation of the machine. From there, you can, all possible state can be represented, and how the state will be transit from one state to another depending on the input, that can also be showing in the state diagram. So it can also be used to show the relationship between the encoder state, input and output. Because see here, the state, the inputs also input, because the solid and the dash line from it can show the which input is coming and how it is transit from one state to another. So this arrow means that is it is one state to another, it is transit. Also there is a self loop, so it is not transit any other state, it is remaining in the same state. So that can also be you can get the idea from the state diagram. The state diagram has 2 to the power capital K minus 1 into small k nodes. That means K, capital K is 3 minus 1 means 2, and small k is 1. So 2 to the power 2 means 4 nodes. So these 4 nodes are nothing but the state A, B, C and D. Okay. So these are the state diagram has 2 to the power capital K minus 1 into small k nodes, each node standing for one encoder state. Clear? Nodes are connected by branches. So what is this thing? These are the branches, either represented by dash line or the solid line. So nodes, one node to another node is connected by these branches, and branch output is represented by just the top of the branch, that is U1 and U2. So nodes are connected by branches. Every node has 2 to the power k branches entering it and 2 to the power k branches leaving it. That means if I consider any node C, for the C node, so for C node, how many branches is going out of the node? This one and also this one. So for each node, 2 branches are leaving from the node, and entering a node is this node, also this branch and also this branch. So 2 is entering into the node and 2 is entering out of the nodes. That is 2 to the power k. K is means input. Input is a single bit input. So this can be that means you can get the idea of that from the your state diagram. Also, there are only two transitions emanating from each state corresponding to two possible input bit. Means, if I consider that any node, suppose B, so B is 1 0 state, and if B is 1 0, suppose another input 1 is coming, so this one will be shifted here, and another, and the new one will be replace this one by 1. So the now the state will be B will be transit from 1 0 to 1 1 if one message is coming. So B is go to, that is transit from the state 1 0 to the state 1 1 for the input bit 1. If suppose your machine is in state B, that is 1 0 state, and 0 is present bit is coming, so this 0 will be replaces here, this 0 will be here in place of 1, and 1 is shifted in the right position. So now the state will be transit from 1 0 to 0 1 state. So 0 1 state means C. So for 0 input, so the this will be the that means branch will be transit from the B to the C. So the from the every state or every node will be, that means there will be two branches will be out from the every node, one for your 0 input and other for the 1 input. Okay, so this thing is given that there are only two transitions emanating from each state corresponding to the two possible input bit. Next to each path between the state is written the output branch were associated with the state transition. So these are the output transition. This is the output branch word. So how it will be depends? So this will be depends on the generator vector. How the connection is there, the output U1, U2 is connected 1 1 1 or 1 0 1 or 0 1 1. So it will be changed depending on that connection. And this thing also already I mentioned, the solid line denote the path associated with the input bit 0, and dash line as represented the input bit is 1. Okay, and there are only two possible state transition. Clear? And if the encoder is 0 0, only possible state transition will be 0 0 and 0 1, sorry 1 0, because the 0 0 transition if possible, state A is a self loop, so state A will be in the self loop if 0 is coming, and A will be shifted to 1 0 step if one input is coming. Clear? This thing is clear? তোমরা বুঝতে পারছো তো?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Same thing I am also clear for your clear understanding. I am that is represented by the table form. Suppose the state A, B, C, D, that means 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1. How it is transit from one state to another state depending on the input bit 0 and 1. We are considering the TIA time instant, because with the time variation, that means as the time passes, advances, your input is sequentially coming into the input in the encoder, and obviously state will be transit from one state to the another state. So we are considering that the 0 0 is the state at TIA time instant for A, For the B node, it is the 1 0. For C, it is 0 1, and for D, it is 1 1. Okay. And next input is coming, that is represented by I naught. Okay, this is the message. And this is your memory. This is the memory. This is your message. Clear? So the output U1 and U2 is depends on this input I naught as well as the memory of your machine. So this memory will be changed when input is coming, it will be changed to this thing. Okay. And your output U1 and U2, this U1 and U2, so obviously depends on, that is I naught and I1 and I2. Now this will be your state transition. And so memory is this thing. So your input is coming 0 0, how the state is transit. So the output will be depends on your that is I naught and I1 and I2 is the memory of the shift register. And I1 and I2 at t ith plus 1th instant means when input I0 is coming, so this I1, I2 is shifted to the another state position, another state or another node. So suppose A is 0 0 and input 0 is coming. So A is 0 0, input 0 is coming. So A 0 0 state, another 0 is coming. So what will be the effect? So it will be this 0 will be shifted this position next time instant, and this 0 will be go to the I. So I naught will be go to the position of I1 and I1 will be go to the position of I2. So that's why it is 0 0. So same state, it is remaining in the same state. So that is shown by the state diagram by solid line. This is self loop. So what will be the output branch for this case? Because output is depends on the current input and this memory. So current input is 0 and memory is also 0 0. So U1 was the connection is 1 1 1. See here, U1 is the connection 1 1 1 and U2 was connection 1 0 1. So 1 1 1 is in this case is also 0 and this is also be 0. So output is 0 0. This thing is clear. Now A is 1 state, sorry, A is, that means from the node 0 0, that means at the A state, now a input is coming, that is the 1, and if 1 is coming, so the next state, how it will be transit to the next state, what state it will be go, it will depending on the, sorry, that will be your, depending on the input. So I naught will be shifted to the position of I1. So that is I naught will be shifted to the position of I1. So 1, and that is I1 is shifted to the position of the I2 in the next time instant. So obviously it will be 0. So previously it was 0. So next it is 0 and this is coming to the place of here. Okay. Now what will be the output in this case? Output is depend on this memory and this thing. So memory is now here. This is I1 and I2. So 0 0 and 1. So this will be your this is 1 0 0. So it is 1 and this is 1 0 0. So this is also be 1. So the output is 1 1 and A is goes to the state is 1 0 state. So it will be go to the state B and output branch is 1 1. Clear? Now if I take, I am not considering all these things. If I take a D, state B, D, and or node D, that is the state. is 1 1, and this is the your memory. Suppose here now 0 input is coming, so this 0 will be go to the position of I1, and I1 will be go to the position of I2. So it will be shifted 0 1 1 to 0 1. That is C. Clear? So D for the 0 input is goes to the state transition. For the 0 input is C state 0 1 state. So what will be the output branch for this case? That is memory plus the input. So memory is your 1 1, and this is 0. I0, I1 and I2. So this is your 0, this is 1, this is 1. So obviously this will be U1 is 0 and U2 is 0 1 1, U2 is 1. So output is U1 is 0, U2 will be 1. So this is 0 1. So also it is written 0 1. And for the 1 input in the D state, so this 1 will be shifted, I0 will be shifted here. So it will be your 1, and next is your that is the I1 will be shifted in the position of the I2. So I1 is shifted to the position of I2. So it will be remaining in the position 1 1. So D for the 1 input, the state will not change. It will be remaining in the same state, D state. So it will be self loop. As it is the for 1 input, so it is showing by the dash line. Clear? It is showing by the dash line. But in case of for A00 state, this is represented by solid line because it is for the 0 input. Okay. And output for this case 1 0. Why the output is 1 0? Because register content here register content is yes 1 1 1 3 1. So this is also here is your 1. And here is 1 1. So this is 2 connection 1 0 1. So it is 0. So output will be 1 0. So that's why the here output is 1 0. This is the state transition table for this encoder. This encoder means in this encoder of rate half, capital K equal to 3, and the connection is 1 1 1 and 1 0 1. So if I change the connection, obviously this state transition will not change, but the output U1 and U2 will be changed. Clear this thing? This thing is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So one example is showing this thing. It is I'm not explaining this thing. You can easily understand how it is changing. So your input bit is 1 1 0 1 1 is coming into the encoder, and same state of the machine, that means 0 0 A, 1 0 B, 0 1 C, and 1 1 D. Okay. So at time instant Ti, it is 0 0. Ti plus 1, if 0 input is coming, what will be the next state? That also be 0 0. Same thing is showing here. And if 1 input is coming, obviously that will be changed to 1 0. That is the B state. Here, after how many input is coming? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, but you have to be extra 2 bits should be given to the encoder to flash all the content of the shift register, because constant length is equal to 3, so K minus 1, that is 2 flashing bits should also be given to the your encoder to clear the shift register content. Okay, so that's why your input is 1 1 0 1 1, but extra 2 bits is given here. Okay. So this thing is shown the register content, that is already I have explained that in this table. So this is one example. It is showing how it is changing and how the output bit is. You have to calculate the output, your code sequence or encoder output. Okay. So only the information that is given here, extra information, that is flashing bit, 2 extra flashing bit is also be included to consider the encoder output. Okay. Same thing, same I have mentioned in the figure. So this is another example. Why I am showing this example? Because in this case, your state definition is changed, and also your state diagram obviously changed because we are defining the state in different way. Okay. And also in this case, your generator character is also be different. Code rate is also changed. Here code rate is how much? Code rate is output is 3, 1, 2, 3. Input is 1. So code rate is 1/3. And generator is one generator is this, another is this thing, another is directly connected. So first generator you can say 1, 0, 0. So G1 is 1, 0, 0. Second generator you can say 1, 0, 1, and third generator all three are connected, so it will be 1, 1, 1. So that I am mentioning here in this box. Clear? And how the state is change or how we are defining the state here, that is shown by this, that is table, the possible transition. This can also be another representation. Either you can draw, that means state diagram can be given in the form of your table form, that is state definition, or maybe you can define the state this way. Okay. So if the state is defined this way, you can easily also draw the state diagram. Clear? So you can draw this way also. So from this, you can draw the state diagram. So one thing is important, that how to draw the state diagram. So what are your information is required to draw the state diagram. One information is the state definition and your encoder design, or you can say the code rate should be given, or the code rate as well as your connection diagram should be given, or either mention in this form, you can easily draw the connection. Okay, what code rate should be given, and the constraint length also be given, and this thing is given to you. Then from this information you can easily draw the state diagram. Clear? Now in this case, your state A, B, C, D, same 4 node is given. Because 4 node is given, because here your constant length is 3. So K minus 1, 2 memory. So obviously 2 to the power 2 and input is 1. So 2 to the power 2 into 1. So that means 4 states. So A, B, C, D. So for the 0 input, A is transit from A state to A state. It is not transit to another state. That is self loop. So see here, state A, 0, 0. So it is self loop. As 0, so obviously by depending by the solid line. Okay. Just 1 minute you wait. Okay, just 1 minute. So this is your now if A input is one input is coming in the state A, so it is transit from A state to the state C. But previously for our example, we have considered for the one input state A is transit from the from A to B. Clear? Because for that cases we are defining the state this way. Okay. And also connection is also different. And B state, so A is transit from A to C for the one input. So A is transit from state A to state C 1 0. State, that means C is defined the state 1 0, and this is the output, and this is represented by the, as the input is 1, so this is represented by the dash line. Okay, I'm coming this thing, output branch. Now for the state A 0 0, 0 0 is remaining in the 0 0 state, so input of the your machine is 0 0 0. So output will be 0. This is also 0. This is also 0. Clear? Because this is the connection. So in this case, so the output branch is 0 0 0. Now when it is A is one input is coming, it is shifted the state 1 0. So what will be the state of the machine? This is 1 and this is 0. This is 0. So the first one is also 1. This is 1 because directly connected 1 0 0. Directly connected. Next is 1 0 1. That means 2 is connected first and the third. So 2 is also 1. So 1 1. And in the third cases, 3 are connected, but this is 1 and all 2 are 0. So obviously 3 is also 1. So the output branch will be 1 1 1, and that is mentioned here. Clear? So this is the state definition of this encoder, and based on this state definition, you can easily draw the state diagram. And from the state diagram, also, because your encoder is given, encoder structure is given, and state definition is also given. So from the state definition and the encoder design, you can easily draw the state diagram. And if you draw the state diagram, easily you can encode your information for any string of your information. Here, input is 1 0 1. Input is 1 0 1. So how you encode the information? So first you have to be, suppose this thing is given, that is the state definition given and this structure is given. So from that, you draw the state diagram first. So whenever you draw the state diagram, then from any input, whatever the input is coming, 1 0 1 or 1 1 1 or 1 1 0, whatever the input is coming, you can easily encode the information. How? Suppose first input is 1. First input is 1. Always you have to start from the state 0 0. That means state A. Because initially all the SIB register are in the 0 0 state. So memory is 0 0 and one input is coming 0 0. So one input is coming. So this should be shifted to the state C. So for that cases, what will be the output branch? That is 1 1 1. That thing already you have drawn from the, and already this thing already calculated from your state definition and from the structure of your encoder. So you can easily encode that for 1 bit, the output should be 1 1 1. Okay. Now next is 0. So now the next time instant, key I plus 1th instant, now it is state is at the 1 0. That is C, state C. So C state, when it is in the C state, 0 bit is coming. So 0 input is coming means C for 0 input is go to B. So it will be go to the state B. So it is go to state B. So it is showing by the red line, and already you have calculated the output branch is 001 for this path transition, for this path. C to B transition, the output branch what should be 001, already that is calculated. And so just you put that thing 001. Now for the next is 1 bit is message is coming. Now in the ti plus 2th time instant. So now you are in the state B. So 01 and input 1 is coming. So B for 1 input, it should be go to C. So it is go to C by, as 1 input is coming, so showing by the dash line and already marked by the red. Okay. And output branch is 100, already you have calculated from the state diagram, sorry, calculated from this, your construction of your design of your encoder and the state definition. So 100. So you are encode that 1 bit as 100. So 101 can be encoded, or from the state diagram, you can easily encode that bit as a 111001100. So if the state definition is changed, obviously this will be changed. Clear? Another example is showing here. So you can easily understand from this figure how it is changing. So this is given and the same state definition is used. The previous state definition, this state definition is used. And in this case, your 2 states, that means memory can contain 2 bits of information, and the path transition is also be shown here. Okay. So you can easily, from the state diagram, you can easily calculate or easily compute out for any input bit what should be the encoded output. বাবা কে গো এখন জয়েন করছো? সুদীপ তো খালি লেফট হয়ে যাও কেন?
হ্যালো ম্যাডাম।
তুমি তো জয়েন করেছিলে, আবার লেফট হয়ে গেছিলে?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাডাম, একটু সিস্টেমটা প্রবলেম করছিল, ওই জন্য রিজয়েন করলাম।
আচ্ছা, ডিস্টেন্স প্রপার্টি অফ কনভলিউশন কোডার. Why we are going to consider this distance property? Distance property means Hamming distance. Okay. Because when you decode your information, so you have to be consider the distance, Hamming distance. Okay, and you can modify the state diagram by means of the your distance property. So the state diagram can be modified to yield information on code distance property. So how to modify the state diagram? To modify the state diagram, you have to be split the state 0. State 00 means state A. So A, all 0 state to initial and final state, and remove self loop, means that cases in always we are considering there is a self loop in the initial state. For this case also, we are also see for this example there is a self loop. Here is also self loop is there. So when you are considering the distance property, so you have to be modify the state diagram, and then state diagram will be modified by removing this your self loop. Okay, so split the state A, all 0 state, into initial and final state. Initial is 00, and also finally you have to be reach 00 state, because initially we are considering the memory of the shift register is 00, register content is 00, and finally after flashing out the bits also you are reaching to the final state 00. From this 0 state, starting from the 0, again you are reaching the final state after number of state transition. You are reaching again to returning to the state 0. That means the initial state. So that when you are reaching the final state 0, so you have to be calculate what are the possible path transition. What are the possible path transition that will be transit from 0 to again reaching to the 0 state. It will be more clear if I show this way. See, this is the 0 state. Okay, so from this 0 state, you can go from that is this path, this path, this path, this path also. Also, you can go this path to this path. That means A to B, B to D, D to C, C to A, one path. One possibility of path. Also, there is a possibility of path A to B, B to C, C to D. Clear? So these are the, here I am showing the two possible paths, and this path we are removing, this self loop path we are removing. So out of this all possible path, we have to be calculate the distance. So which one is the minimum distance? So this thing, that is the first task, is to split the state A, all 0 state, into initial and final state, and remove the self loop. Next is label each branch by the branch gain D to the power I, where I denotes the Hamming weight of the n encoded bit on that branch. So I am coming this thing for, if I take an example, it will be more clear. Each path connecting the initial state and the final state represent a non-zero code word that diverge from and remerge with state A or 0 state only once. What is the meaning of that? So you are starting from the initial state, and also finally you are reaching to the initial state 0, but there will be number of path is diverge from 0 to number of path is diverges, and again you are merging to the path. And how many possible paths are there? So from that possible path, you have to be calculate the distance, that is the Hamming distance. We have to be calculate based on the Hamming weight. And which one is the minimum Hamming weight, Hamming distance? You just take that path, and other path you have to be discard. See how you are modifying the state diagram. This one line is there, pink line. Upper one is your state diagram. Lower one is the modified by means of the distance property. So what is the state? 0 initial state. This is the 0 is the initial state. Also, this will be the final state. So we are representing this 0 as the initial state here, the lower one here. Also, we are considering the after that is transition from A state to number of possible path, it will be again reaching to the state A, initial condition, and we are considering that is the final state E. Okay, so now see A to transition, A to C, one transition A to C for one input. It is showing dash line means one input, and output branch is showing 1, 1, 1. Clear? So A, initial condition A or state A to the state transition for the one input, it is going to the state C. I am straightening the path. This. And what is this thing? Circle over here. So this is the second label each branch by the branch gain d to the power I, where I denote the Hamming weight. Clear? So d to the power, so this is the branch gain. So it is depends on the what is the Hamming weight of the branch word. This is the output branch. 1, 1, 1. Hamming weight is means how many non-zero are there? 3 non-zero, so d to the power 3. Clear? Now from C, the path is from C to B, B to A, or this is one possible path. So C to B. Now if I go from C to B, branch is 0, 0, 1. So C to B, so Hamming weight is here 1. So path gain here only d to the power I is 1, so D. This thing is clear? This thing is clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now from the B, so if I choose this part, A to C, C to B, B to A, B to A, this is the final. So B to A, so B to A path, so branch word is 0, 1, 1. Hamming weight is 2, 2 non-zero, so 2. So the branch gain is d to the power 2 or d square. So if I take this path, what is your total branch gain or distance? Sorry, total branch gain or distance d cube plus d1. That means your power will be added 3 plus 1, 4 plus 2. That means d to the power 6. Clear? If you can choose another path, so A to C, this is for the 0 input. Maybe there is a chances of the 1 input, so C will be go to D, D will be go to B, then B will be go to A. So this path also be possible. So A to C, so A to C is this node, C to D. So we are going to C to D. We are considering a square box here. So this is the D node. Now C to D, what is your branch gain? That is D square. So this is D square. This circle is showing D square. Okay. Now D to B. So D to again B. So D to B, what is the branch gain here? 0, 1, 0. That means only D. So D. Then B to A. So B to A, this path. So if I choose this path, what will be the total branch gain? D cube, D square, D and D square. So it will be how much? Cube 3, 5, 3 plus 5, 3 plus 2, 5, plus 1, that means 6, 6 plus 2, that means 8. So there is a path, that means for that case your distance will be d to the power 8. This path A to C, C to D, D to B and B to E. Also for this path A to C, C to B, B to A. And for this path it is d to the power 6. So obviously the branch gain for this path is compared to the that is the upper path, that is less. So obviously you have to be choose the which one is the less. Okay, so this is the minimum free distance. So minimum free distance here is d to the power 6. So you have to be choose that path and discard the other path. So which path will be survived, that will be considered based on the distance. So this is the distance property. This property is used in also Viterbi algorithm for decoding the convolution order. Okay. So this thing is written So it is also showing the mean, that is a free path is 6, that is already I have explained. So I am not going in this part. So now I am going to the trellis diagram. So state diagram, trellis diagram, and the tree diagram. All three are the representation, different types of representation of the convolution coder, and your Viterbi algorithm that is used in case of your decoding the coding technique, convolution coding technique, that is called a soft decoding technique. It may be the hard decoding, also the soft decoding. So this algorithm is based on the trellis diagram. Okay, when we will go for your turbo code or that is TCM, that is trellis coded modulation, all these things will be based on the trellis diagram. So trellis diagram, state diagram, tree diagram are the different types of representation of the convolution coding techniques. Okay. So trellis diagram is nothing but the extension of the state diagram, which explicitly shows the passage of time. So time history, always you are in case of convolution coding technique, as it is a dynamic coder, so it is a memory coder. So obviously you have to take the time history or dynamic nature of the coder. So this can be represented by the trellis diagram. In principle, the best way of decoding against random error is to compare the received sequence with every possible code sequence. That I will be consider using an example. So how to decode the information. So this decoding is based on the Viterbi algorithm, and that is nothing but the which one is the surviving path and which one is not surviving. So always this is a that is a you have to be fit for the survival. Okay, so which one is fit? They will be survive. So this fittest is in this case is depends on the minimum Hamming distance. Okay. The principle is the best way of decoding against random error is to compare the received sequence with every possible code sequence. This process is best envisaged using a code trellis which contain the information of the state diagram but also uses time as an horizontal axis to show the possible path through the state. These are the some how you have to draw the trellis diagram. That thing is mentioned. All the possible state are shown for each time, each instant of time. Time is indicated by the movement from left to right, like your tree diagram. Tree diagram, as the time passes, you are moving from left to right. Similarly, in case of trellis diagram also, you are moving from left to right as the time is advances. Okay. So input data bit and the output code bit are represented by unique path through the trellis. The line are labeled with C, where C is the output. I am not mentioning here. After the second stage, each node in the trellis has 2 to the power k coming path and 2 to the power k outgoing path. If I go in the trellis diagram, it will be more clear. And for k, we are considering the message is 1 bit of information. So small k equal to 1. Solid line here for 0 bit input and your dash line for the 1 bit input. Okay. Now suppose this is the trellis diagram. So what is your state diagram? This is the state diagram. So from the state diagram, you are drawing the trellis diagram. How you draw the trellis diagram? So from any one of that, you can encode your information either from the trellis diagram or from the state diagram. Okay. If anything is given to you from either trellis form of encoder or that is the state diagram form of encoder, so from that you can easily encode your information. And trellis diagram, from the trellis diagram, you can decode the information also. So we are considering the 4 node A, B, C, D. So here we are considering the 4 node A, B, C, D. So suppose this is the time instant Ti or T1, or whatever you say, you can say the T0 also. Okay. So we are considering at the time T1 state, that is the encoder is A is, this is the 4 node of the encoder, means 4 state of the encoder, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 1. Clear? Now, suppose encoder at the state A 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. For each time instant, from each node, there will be 2 paths will be diverged. For each time instant, for each node, 2 paths will be diverged. So at the time instant T1, if a 0 input is coming, it will be, the A node will be go to the state self loop 0, 0. So next time instant T2, it will be 0, 0. And output branch is also given in the state diagram. So that is this is shown the state diagram. So branch, this one is given the U1 and U2. And if 0 input is coming, so it will be remaining in the same state. So all these, this upper one, that means as the time passes T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, always 0 input is coming. 0 input, your message input is 0, 0, 0. So it is remaining in the 0 state. So this gives you the 0 state. Clear? Now, at time T1, your machine is in the initially 0, 0. Now, if a 1 is coming, so it will be go to the state B. So the next state means at the time advances or time passes, T2 instant, it will be goes to the state B. Clear? So from node A, 2 path is diverged. One is 0 path, another is for the 1 path. One is for the 0 input path, another for the 1 input path. So for each time instant, for each node, 2 paths will be diverged. As in the time instant T1, initially it is 0, 0. So obviously 2 path is diverged from the node A. Now at the time instant T2, so it is remaining in the state B. Now that is the B state. Also, there is a possibility of the next input is coming either 0 or 1. If 0 is coming, it will be go to your state D. If 0 is coming, it is go to the state D. So this the state D. And if 1 is coming, so it will be go to the state C. So it is go to the state C. Okay, and this will be gives you the output branch. So from T2 to T3, also see here T2 to T3, there is a, that is the 2 path is diverged. Okay, clear? Now in the T3 state, so you are C and D. Also in the C state, there is also two possibility. That is for the 0 input and the 1 input. For the 0 input, it is go to A state. So this is go to the A state, that is reach the initial state. So it is started from 0, 0, it is go to again 0. Okay. And one thing is important here. See, 1, 2, 3. After third stage, this path, it is diverged from the A to it is diverged. The path is diverged. But after third stage, 1, 2, 3. After third stage, all the paths are remerged. A path, there is two path. In the B node, so A node, there is two path is merged. In the B node, after the third stage, that means T4 instant, two path is merges, this path and another path this. And the C node, also two path is merges, and in the D node, there is the two path is merges. Why the paths are merges after third stage? Because your encoder constant length is 3. We are considering the encoder here of constant length is 3. So that's why after the third stage, it will be merges. Though it is initially it is diverged, but after the third stage, it will be merged. Clear? So it is in each time passes, for each node, two paths will be diverged, and again after the third stage, it will be merges the path. This is the trellis diagram. Okay, this is another trellis diagram. For the input sequence, this transmitted sequence of this form, and this is the receive sequence. So this is the distance. I'm not explaining this thing. This will be I'm explaining from this figure. Okay. Now this, suppose your trellis diagram is given to you, and from this trellis diagram, from the trellis diagram, you encode your information. First you encode your information, then I am coming to the decoding. Okay. So state definition is given. This is the state definition in this box. Here also constant length is 3, K is 1, N is equal to 3, output is 3. That means your output branch word will be 3 bits, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, or anything. So always comprising of 3 bits. Initially, this is your trellis diagram. This trellis diagram, how you draw the trellis diagram? This trellis diagram you have to be drawn from this state definition, like that I have explained. So initially you have to be start from A, and as the time advances, from A to how are the possible path. So from the A state, one is the all 0 path, and as the time advances, it maybe goes to the B node. B node also be go to C node or D node. Again, C node also be go to A node or B node, or D also be go to the your D, remaining in the D node or the C node. So this way your path will be diverged and again merged. And one thing is important in case of trellis diagram. So when you are marking the path, for 0 you are marking by solid line, and the 1 you are marking by the dash line. You can use the opposite also, 1 by solid and 0 for your dash. But always remember, the lower path is for the 1 bit, and upper path is for the that is the 0 bit. See here. So for node A, at the time advances T1 to T2, the upper path is for the 0 bit and the lower path for the 1 bit. Again at the B node, the upper path is 1 bit and the lower path is for the 0 bit. So when it is, that means you are drawing right or not, the trellis diagram you are drawing right or not, that can easily be understand from that your that is the path. That means, is it lower, that is transition from B to lower, C or D, or B to your A. If it is B to A, then it will be that is your maybe there is a chances of the your 0 bit transmission. Okay, so B to D and B to C, if we compare this path, so obviously C path is B to C is higher than the B to D. So this is for the 0 bit transition, and this is the 1 bit transition. So similarly for here also, for D2, one path is C, another path is remaining in the D state. So lower path is for 0-bit transition, lower path is your 1-bit transition, and upper path for the 1-bit transition. Okay, 1 bit is coming. Now suppose we are considering these things, that is, this is I equal to 0th instant, that means T0 initially, then I equal to 1, Ti1, Ti2, Ti3, Ti4, and Ti equal to 5. Okay, so time is advances and how the encoder is changing. So you have to draw the state diagram first, from Trellis diagram first, formed by the state definition. If I draw the Trellis diagram, first what you will do, first you will be mark first the node, all the node, that means A, B, C, D. So for each time instant, that means for initially you mark the 4 state, 0, that is A, B, C, D. Again, at this instant, again you are marking A, B, C, D. When you draw the Trellis diagram first, see here, this marking. Each time instant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for each time instant, you have to be just mark the node. Okay. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to draw. It will be more confusing actually when you are drawing. So as in these cases, you are considering that state A is 0, 0 state. So if 0 input is coming, so it will be remaining the 0 state. If 1 is coming, it will be in the C state. So it is goes to the C state. And the output branch from the encoder, previous encoder, we know the output branch is here 1, 1, 1. And similarly for the C2, either in the next state there is a C2 either in the for 1-bit transition and 0-bit transition. So 1-bit transition, it is goes to your D, and for 0-bit transition it goes to B. Okay. Similarly, the next stage. So next stage, how many transition? Next stage is another transition is there also. In the first stage, how you are starting from the node 1 node, but the second stage there is a 2 node, and the third stage there is a 4 node. So 2 to the power term. If we consider here also, see in the first stage, how many path is diverge? 1 and 2. But the second stage, how many path diverge? 1, 2, 1, 2. So 4, 2 to the power 2, because 2 node you are here. In the third stage, how many node? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 path is diverge. As your encoder is your, that means your, that is 3, encoder is your constant length is 3. So after the third stage, again the path will be merged. But 2 to the power 3 means up to the third stage. So at third stage, 8 path will be diverged. First stage, 2 to the power, that is your 2, 1. First stage, as is the first stage, 2 to the power 1 is 2 path is diverged. So node A, 2 path is diverged. And at T2 instant, 2 node, you are approaching 2 node. So in this case, you are reaching 2 node, and in the 2 node, 2 to the power 2, 4 path is diverged, and the T3 time instant, as you are reaching the node, already you have reached 4 node, that is A, B, C, D. So obviously 8 path will be diverged, 2 to the power 3. See, after the third, so this 8 part will be merged. Okay, 8 part will be merged. Similarly here also. So so in this case, so what we are considering, so from A to this path and this path, so from the C, so in the second stage, that means I equal to 1, there is one node, there is two nodes. So one is for A, another is for C. So there is also be for the C node 2 path, and for the A node there is also 2 path. Clear? Now I equal to 2, that means the third stage. So how many nodes you reach? A node, B node, C node, and the D node. So for each node, always there is two paths will be diverged. So one path, two path, again for the B nodes, 1, 2, again for the C node, 1, 2, for D node, 1 and 2. Upper one for 0-bit transition and for 0 input, lower one for the 1 input. Okay. So it is this way the path is describing, the path is, that means passes from your T1 to up to T5, it is, that is you can trace the diagram. Now from the diagram, how you encode your information? From the diagram, suppose your diagram is given to you. Diagram is given to you without this red mark. Without this red mark, diagram is given to you. Okay. And if the diagram is given, so this is not given, sorry. This is not given. This transition table is not given to you. Only the trellis diagram is given, the black one. This red line is not given to you. You have to mark the red line. Now, suppose your question is that input bits is given to you. So these are the string of input is coming to the encoder, sequential encoder. Now, what should be the encoded output? So how can you draw the encode? How can you find out? How can you obtain the encoded output? You can obtain the encoded output from the trellis diagram. So initially always 0, 0. Now input is 1 coming. So if input is 1 coming, so obviously you have to go the lower path instead of this upper one. So here go the lower path. It is C. And in this path, what is the output branch? 1, 1, 1. So for 1 bit output branch is 1, 1, 1. Now the next stage, what bits is coming? 0. So 0, if 0, so obviously it will go to the upper path. In the B node there is 2 paths. Is given by the black line. One is the upper path solid line, another is the dash line. So out of this solid and black line, the solid and dash line, which path will we choose? That will be depends on which bit is coming. Here the bit is 0 is coming. So which path will we select? Which path we have to be choose? So as 0 is coming, so we have to choose the upper path. Okay. Or this one. So that is marked by the red. So it is from B node to in the third stage is goes to your, that is the B node, and the output branch is 0, 0, 1. So for the 0 bit we are replaced, that is 0 bit is encoded as 0, 0, 1. Next the B state you have reached, and again 1 bit is coming. So if 1 bit is coming in the B node, how many path? This path and also black path is also. So as the 1 is coming, so out of these 2 paths, we are going downward, red path. That is marked by red line. Okay. And for this path, your output branch is 1, 0, 0. So for the 1 bit, it is 1, 0, 0. Next, the lower path, when you have choose, so you reached at the node C. In the C node, there is also 2 paths. One is in the D direction and also be the B direction in the next stage. So out of these 2 paths, which path will be choose in the next stage, that will be depends on which bit is coming. Now, as in this case, your 0 bit is coming, so you have to be go upward direction, and the output branch is 001, and we have considered for 0 bit is 001. Next, again 0. So you have reached in the B. So in the B, there is also two paths. One is it go to C for the 1 input, and for 0 input it will go to the A state. The B for the 0 input go to the A state. So this. So for Trellis diagram can be draw from the state transition, and if Trellis diagram is given, and for any input bit sequence, you can easily encode your bit information. So this will be the encoded output of the encoder. This is the encoded information. So you can easily encode the information from the Trellis diagram of a convolution coder. Without knowing the convolution coder, because your convolution coder is represented by the Trellis diagram. So from the Trellis diagram, you can get the idea of your coder, and you can easily encode your information by means of your Trellis diagram. Okay, suppose Trellis diagram is not given, only this thing is given. Then what you can do? So you have to be draw the Trellis diagram based on this thing, based on the state transition. And if in the question the input bit is given, and suppose you have to be asked that encode the information, then first you have to be draw the Trellis diagram by using the state transition table and encode your information this way. Clear? Now decoding. By using the Trellis diagram, you can decode your information also. Okay. So either this decoding is based on your minimum Hamming distance, that is for the hard decision decoding, and also be the Euclidean distance based, that is for the soft decoding scheme. Will be consider the hard decoding here. Okay. So how you decode? So you receive what, in this case you don't know about the encoder. Only you are receiving the your receive code word R, vector R, or receive code word R. But you have the Trellis diagram. Okay, you have the Trellis diagram. Without Trellis diagram, it is not possible to decode your information. So you know the Trellis diagram because at the receiver section, the receiver or destination must know the Trellis diagram, and if it is Trellis diagram is given and your receive code word is you receive the receive code word, so from that you can decode your information. That receive code word may be your erroneous word or maybe correct word. Okay. So how can you decode that information? Is it correct or not correct? Okay. So that will be depends on the your based on the minimum Hamming distance or maybe minimum equilibrium distance. So pick the path whose code bit are closest to the R. I am coming that thing. So this thing. Suppose if I consider a Trellis diagram is like that, that same Trellis diagram here, that is your A to A for 0 bit, A to C for 1 bit, B to A for 0 bit, B to C for 1 bit, C to B for 0 bit, C to D for 1 bit, D to B for 0 bit, and D to D for 1 bit. Okay. So this is the state transition table. Based on the state transition table, and you draw the Trellis diagram. And also one thing is important, without knowing the connection, it is not possible to determine the branch word. Okay, so you have to know the generator vector G1, G2. If it is G1, G2, then obviously it will be 2 bits. If it is 3 bit, then it will be G1, G2 and G3. Okay. So here 2 code words, so obviously G1 and G2 is given. Now receive code sequence is 1001 1011 00. So you don't know what bit is what is the transmitted bit that is encoded as 1001 101100. So you have to be decode this thing 1001 to get the information about the transmitted bit. Obviously, and another thing is important, this bit that you have received, it is maybe it is erroneous bit or may not be erroneous. Okay. And you know the trellis diagram. The trellis diagram always start from the node A. So as time passes, it will be divert the path, and after certain time, it will again reach to the state A. So now the trellis diagram, what is given the path state A, B, C, D. A is from time t0, if I say, this is that is path, upper path for the 0 bit and lower path, that is the, yes, upper path for the 0 bit and the lower path for the 1 bit. Okay, so the C also be upper path for the your 0 bit and the lower path for the 1 bit, and this is also upper path for the 0 bit and the lower path for the your upper path for the 0 bit, lower path for the, sorry, upper is 0, lower path is the 1 bit information. Okay, and for each that is A is your initial state and the final state is also A. And for every path, you have to be considered for decode your information. What is the path? Suppose at time t1, this is the time t1, this time t1, initially it is 0, 0, 0, initially is 0, 0, 0. So if I consider this path, if I consider this path, so what will be the code word for this path? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So we are considering the code word sequence 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And for this case, what should be your input? All input should be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Because it is remaining in the same state, A state, as the time advances. Okay. Now, you have to be choose all the possible path that will be initially A and finally A. From A to C, this path you can also choose. So A to C means initially 0, then it will be, this path means A to C means 1. So which path? That will be A to C, then C to, if I choose C to this path, so A to, that is your, what is, this path is, sorry, actually it is choosing this way. A to C means 1, 1, 1, 1. Then is this path 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Then 0, 0, 0, 0. So this will be 1, 1, 1, 1, Which one is 1 1? 1 1 1 0 0 0. Okay, no, so not this part, sorry. I am considering the code sequence. I am considering the code sequence. The first code sequence is path is this path 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. That means this path. Okay. So there is also a path A to A, next A to C, C to again A to A. This is the red mark. Okay. So A to A means 0 0. Next is 1 1. Next is 1 0. Then 1 1 and 0 0. Clear? 0 0. Then 1 1. See, that path is also be given 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0. And also another path 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1. So 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1. Okay. And what is this thing? 0 0 to 0 0 means 0 input. 0 0 to 0 0 means again 0 input. So all are 0. Okay. 0 0 to 0 0 0 input. 0 0 to 1 1. So that means this path. So obviously your input should be 1. So that is 1. 1 1 to 1 0. So 1 1 to 1 0. Upper path. That means your 0 input. So that's why it is 0. 1 0 to 1 1. 1 0 to 1 1. That is also upper one. So that's why input is also 0. Clear? So this A node to how many path? 1. This path, this red one is also path. This one is also path. This way. Also this path, this path, this path. So how many path will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 path. 2 to the power 3, 8 paths should be there, because all the 8 paths will be diverged and it will be merges. So 8 possible paths will be there. So out of this 8 possible paths, you have to be calculate the code word, that is the, you have to be find out the code word from the trellis diagram, and what is the distance of this code word from the received code word. If I take any code word, suppose 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, that means 0 0 0 0 0 0 A, this path. Initially 0 0, finally also A. But it is not going any of this path, it is remaining in the same state, that is self loop, always self loop in every time instant. So for this path, what is the distance between the received code word and this path? Here is 1, then 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2, again difference is 1, means 3, here is 2, 3 plus 2 5, so the Hamming distance is 5. So the code word 0 0 0 0 0 0 from the your received code word, the Hamming distance is 5. Now if I choose a path, another path, that is 0 0, then 0 0, then 1 1, 1 0, 1 1. So what will be the code word? Code word will be 0 0, 0 0, 1 1, 1 1, 1 0, 1 1. So what will be the difference? First difference is your 1 plus another 1. That means difference from the received code word is 1 0, 0 1, 1 0 1 1 and 0 0. So you are taking the difference, this code word, that is 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1, from the received code word 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 and 0 0. And when you calculate the difference, how many non-zero value differ? So it is find out that is 2. So for every path, you have to be calculated. For every 8 path, you have to be calculate the Hamming distance between the code word from the trellis diagram, the difference between this code word and the received code word. So this way you have to be calculate, and based on that, so red mark, that is this path 0 0, then 1 1, 1 0, 1 1, 0 0. So this path is differ, that is 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0. It will be differ from the received code word 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 by only 2. See here, 0 0 differ from the 1 0, that is 1. 1 1 differ from 0 1, that is 1. Next is 1 0, this is also 1 0. This is 1 1, this is also 1 1. This is 0 0, this is also 0 0. Receive. So only 2 position it is different. So having distance is 2. So out of this 8 path, you have to be choose this path because it has minimum Hamming distance. Okay. So you only receive the code word this thing, and you know the either the state transition table or the trellis diagram is given to you. Clear? So from there, for all the possible 8 pathway, you have to find out the code word, and that code word find out the Hamming distance between the code word and the received code word. The code word that you have obtained from the trellis diagram and the received code word. You take the difference, find out the minimum Hamming distance, minimum Hamming distance paths, that path will be survived. If this path is survived 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0, so then you decode that information, that 0 0 to 1 1 transition. So 0 0 to 1 1 transition. So first bit is 0, 1 1 transition, that is the lower one. Okay, this is the lower lower one. That means the bit is 1. 1 1 to 1 0, 1 1 to 1 0, that is upper one. Upper one means that is the 0 bit. So 0 bit. 1 0 to 1 1. So this is the 1 0 to 1 1. That is also 0 bit. Again 1 1 to 0 0. 1 1 to 0 0. This is also upper path. That is this upper, there should be another lower path here also. So because this is the your node B, so B11, that is the upper path, that is goes to A. B goes to A is 0 bit. Okay, so B goes to A 0 bit, so that is be encoded as 0. So for the receive code word 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 will be decoded as 0 1 0 0 0. 0 1 0 0 0. So if the receive code word is given to you and trellis diagram is given to you, you have to be find out the all possible path, that means 8 possible path you have to be calculate the Hamming distance. How you can calculate the Hamming distance? The code word, you find out the code word of all 8 possible paths and find out the distance between the path, that code word with the that is the difference between this code word and receive code word. Out of that, you take the minimum, survive only the minimum Hamming distance path, then from that path you decode the information. Clear? This is the actually maximum likelihood decoding technique of Viterbi algorithm. This thing is clear. This thing is clear to you. কি গো তোমরা বুঝতে পারছো?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this Viterbi algorithm is a breakthrough in communication. It is mostly used in case of that is satellite communication, cellular phone. So, and it is much more complex, and the complexity of the order of 2 to the power k, 2 to the power k. Okay, because that is, if your input bits is increases, obviously complexity also be increases. And also in that is the complexity is depend on the order of 2 to the power k in the form of that is the constant length. If I use the constant length is 3, if I use the constant length 3, so you have to be calculate the 8 possible path. 2 to the power 3 equal to 8. So here order is 2 to the power 3. Now if the constant length is that is 8, 2 to the power 8 means 256. So how many path you have to be calculate? That is you have to be calculate that is 256 path. So out of 256 path, only one path will be surviving. So if the k is increases, complexity also be increases. So that's why the constant length in case of hardware implementation is restricted. If we use this algorithm for that is decoding, it is restricted to constant length k is 10. More than 10, very difficult to handle. You cannot manage. You can manage, but too much complexity will be arises. Okay. So that's why mostly it is used, the constant length is not beyond the 10. So what is the advantage of the structure of the trellis? It is the, that means you are getting the dynamic nature of your encoder. At each stage, find the most likely path leading into each state, that is surviving, which one is surviving path and which one is not surviving. You take the surviving path and discard the non-surviving path, and continues until the end of the trellis is reached. At the end of the trellis, traces are the most probable path from the right to left and read the data bit from the trellis. What does it mean? That means it is meaning that if I choose this path, that's red mark, so this path is surviving. Okay. So you are decode the information, that is 0 0 to 0 0. That means 0. 0 0 to 1 1. Which step? That is your, that is 1 1, that is B. So for this case, your A B. So B to A means that is also input is 0. So this way, that means right to left, you can also be go, or also left to right. Okay, you can go from left to right or right to left. So for my convention, left to right is much more easy than the right to left. Note that the principal whole, the in principle whole transmitted sequence must be received before decision. However, in practice, storing of stage with length of 5 is quite adequate. Okay. That means that is the until and unless you the receive code word you receive full length of receive code word you receive, you cannot decode your information. This is the meaning of that. Okay. Because you have to be calculate the minimum Hamming distance. So how can you calculate the minimum Hamming distance? You have to be receive the whole receive code word, that is the transmitted code word. Then you can find out the transmitted that Hamming distance between your the possible pathway, surviving possible pathway, the difference between the that code word and the your receive code word. So that's all for your Viterbi algorithm. So if you have any query regarding this, you may ask. কোনো কোয়ারি নেই? না আমাকে ধরে নিতে হবে তোমরা সবাই বুঝে গেছো, তাই তো? নো রেসপন্স মানে আইদার বুঝেছো সবাই অর কেউ বোঝোনি। হ্যাঁ, কারণ এখানে তো আর চক অ্যান্ড ডাস্টার নেই যে ওইভাবে দেখাবো। ঠিক আছে, আমি রোল কল করছি। অভিক,
Present, ma'am.
অভিক